Fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on second and 13. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Watson's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. To the air yet again, Watson. Open man right side, Myers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations in second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Back. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Mayfield on play action. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that out.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. Touchdown! Anthony Ferkser, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis, and that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mayfield down. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, 1st down.
These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
On 1st down, Taylor. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the 1st half. Backups get to play in the 2nd. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out of
touchdown, Colts. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Watson's throw taken in by Watkins here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On the give, this is Mack. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Watson now to throw. That's caught by Myers. Touchdown, Houston. Jacoby Myers, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot in the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their...
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over, you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Ebron caught left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play fake. Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 41, Mayfield. He'll check this down to Hines.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force him into...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go right back to Mack. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Mayfield looks to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Taylor. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. This to the outside for Mack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would